Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're here for episode 35 in season 2 of our Formula 1 2021 My Team Career Mode. This is the second last race, guys, so if you guys haven't seen the other ones, hit the link above me. That's the last video. You can also go check out the channel and watch the rest of the season if you want to get caught up before we get into any spoilers. But currently, four-way battle for the Drivers' Championship. I am in the lead just by a few points ahead of Sir Lewis Hamilton. The two Red Bulls also in that fight. Sergio Perez winning in the Circuit of the Americas, winning back-to-back Grand Prix. He is showing that he's not a number 2 driver for Red Bull. He's showing that he can compete to be that number 1 driver. And with Red Bull having the most developed car out of any team, it can go either way. But into this qualifying, we're at the end of Q2. We put up the 4th fastest lap. Charles Leclerc has been pretty good in qualifying, but he hasn't been able to translate it into the races so far this season. But here we are in Q3. Verstappen currently has the fastest lap. We're on our second hot lap here on a fresh pair of soft tires. We're just 2/10ths up from our previous hot lap. Sector 2, surprisingly, is my best sector on this track. I watch a lot of videos and stuff on taking the proper race line in that area especially. And we put up a purple sector 2. And we put up the fastest lap of the session. But can we hold it to get pole position? Let's see. Oh yeah, baby. And there we have it. That is a pole position for us. The two Red Bulls starting behind us. Lewis Hamilton is starting in P5 as Charles Leclerc qualifies well. But let's see how this turns out in the race, guys. Let's get right into it.
Welcome along then to the place where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the final corner. And it's the place, a year later, that Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's Interlagos, and it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. The engineer lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Norris, Robert Schwartzman, and Vettel. Fernando Alonso, Perez. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Russell and Charles Leclerc. Raikkonen, Ricciardo, they've taken a grid penalty. Lance Stroll and Latifi. Mazepin, Sainz, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Mick Schumacher and Pierre Gasly. Ocon, Giovinazzi, Joe and Yuki Tsunoda. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
All right. It is time for the race. We're here in Brazil. We're starting on pole position, and thank you, we do not have any rain this race, or at least it looks like it's gonna get a little cloudy towards the end, but no rain. This is our first race in I think since Singapore. It's been 3 races now where we've had to deal with wet weather, so this looks like it's gonna be the first wet race. We're starting on pole. Verstappen is right behind us, and I believe Sergio Perez is behind us as well. We still have a 4-way battle for the Drivers' Championship. Let's get right into this race, guys. So here we go. We got Verstappen behind us, Lewis Hamilton, who is the current leader for the Drivers' Championship. And we got a good start, and we are off to the races here. And we keep the lead going into turn 1. Verstappen 0.2 of a second behind us. We're looking to push away. We're going to use that battery just to get a little bit of leeway, but it doesn't look like it as Hamilton and Verstappen going wheel to wheel directly behind us. And they draw up 5/10. They're going wheel to wheel with each other, so similar to in real life, they're going to be losing a lot of time trying to battle each other, and I'm going to be taking advantage of that, trying to jump ahead, trying to get as much of a lead as possible in this race. And it looks like Hamilton was actually able to overtake Verstappen heading into, I believe that was turn 2. I don't know where exactly he overtook him, but he is ahead of Verstappen now. Verstappen loses his P2 spot because Verstappen is the 4th place driver currently, so he needs to maximize his points. Oh, and someone's trying to come up the inside. Oh, we're with Lewis Hamilton. I pushed him out a little bit, but he's coming back, bro. What the? Where did Verstappen come from? Oh my god. Oh. We have to brake a little early, almost hit Verstappen's rear right. So we're going on to lap 14. We're going down the pit straight, and Verstappen is going to box early on lap 13. Let's see if we can get this overcut done. We're on, we're in P1, and we're gonna pit lap 15, but I might stay out longer. I'm gonna keep track of these next 2 laps here, and I'm gonna see how we're doing by the 3rd sector, and I might stay out 1 more lap just to avoid whatever traffic is coming. Verstappen goes on to the hards too. We're gonna be going on to the mediums, so this is looking good for us at the moment. I'm really happy with the way this race has been going so far. Ooh, minus that little snap right there. Getting a little too excited. Okay, we need to focus up and get some good lap times in here. Oh, Verstappen has an issue with the car. Oh my god. Okay, this is our chance here. This is our chance. This could be it. Lewis Hamilton went into pit, but before the pit fiasco started, he was in P4 behind Lando in the McLaren. So we're in P1 at the moment. Okay, so this lap is a 109, a 110 basically. Yeah, we're going to the pits now. Okay, we got 20 seconds on Verstappen, and we're going on to the medium. So let's see if we can oh, did we make it? Yes, let's go. Okay, we're in the pit lane. We got a 20-second gap on Verstappen. Are we going to beat him? Yeah, we're going to beat him. We're going to beat him coming out of the pits. It's going to be tight. We might be a few seconds ahead. Okay, no errors here. Yes, let's go. 2.7 seconds. That's exactly what we need coming out of this pit stop.
We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, and we beat them. Oh my god, almost crossed the pit lane again. And we're 1 second ahead with the race lead. Now we got to be careful because the tire is going to degrade just a little bit by the end of the race. So the hards will be quicker by the time we get to the end. Just based off the tire charts at the start. On, let's get the fastest lap here. We got DRS off of Mazepin. Come on, give it to me. Yes, let's go. That's an extra point.
Keep this up.
I highly doubt Verstappen is going to get the fastest lap. With those hard tires at this point in the race, I mean, maybe if he pushes really hard, but we've created a 4-second gap on Verstappen and the rest. Hamilton and everyone else is way out of this race. It's basically a 2-headed race at this point. Verstappen still has a chance once my tires inevitably start to fall off. So we got 3 laps left in this race. 3 laps. Unfortunately, there's not been a single overtake except from turn 1, and then I did the overcut on Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, but there hasn't been anything since. I just been keeping the lead. Verstappen did look like he was catching up to us earlier, but nothing really happened. Then I got the fastest lap, and since then nothing has really happened that was too significant. We got Giovinazzi. Bro, get out of the way. Are you kidding me? He almost ruined our race with that. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. He didn't almost ruin our race, but Verstappen just gained 0.3 of a second because of that. I had to slam on the brake. Not slam on the brakes. Again, exaggerating, but I had to hit the brakes, and it kind of ruined our pace on that sector there.
The lap of the race.
The last lap of the race, we are still in the lead with the fastest lap as well. So if we can make it to the end here, it's going to be 26 points for cyBorg Racing, and more importantly for myself in this drivers championship fight. Verstappen P2, so that might move him up a spot or two. I think he got P7 or something along those lines in the last race. We're going to look at the end here, so stay tuned for that. And then Lewis Hamilton will fall to second place, and then Sergio Perez will be right behind him. So I think the order will be myself in P1, then oh my god, Lewis Hamilton P2, and then Perez P3. Surprisingly, Perez showing that he wants the title just as much as Max. Max is putting up good races, but Perez has had a few race wins as we head down the pit straight to take P1. Let's go. And this is also where we got our first podium back in season 1. I remember that. Honestly, it wasn't too long ago. We were back in Brazil in season 1, and that was where we got our first podium. So the confidence carried over from last season. Brand new Joe driving the day. It doesn't matter that much. Not really worth anything. There's our team principal. I wish it was Gunther, but I mean, whatever. But there we are on the podium. P1 for cyBorg Racing, Max Verstappen P2, and Lewis Hamilton P3. No disappointment in this four-way battle. Sergio Perez takes P4, and this is how the results translate into the driver's standings. We reclaim the P1 position in the drivers championship, 6 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen 2 points apart, and with one race left, depending on how all the cars finish, any of the four of us can claim the title. It can go one of four ways in Jeddah. We can either have a maiden title for cyBorg Racing. For myself, Lewis Hamilton can claim championship number 9 in this F1 universe, or Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen can claim their first drivers championship titles. And we are carrying this confidence, a P2, a P1, into Saudi Arabia. Lewis Hamilton is just Mr. Consistency. Like, at least in this universe, he has one race win this whole season and has somehow managed to keep himself in P2 for this drivers championship. Sergio Perez with 4 race wins. He had back-to-back races in Japan and USA, and then Verstappen as well. He has 4 race wins as well. So going into Saudi Arabia, one of us is gonna have an extra race win and give us the best opportunity to claim this drivers championship. However, if myself or Lewis takes P1, it's done. We're gonna win the title most likely, but a few things will have to happen for either of the Red Bulls to claim a victory. There's gonna have to be some DNFs or some crashes. But if you guys want to see how this drivers championship turns out, tune in next week for the finale of this season, finale of F1 2021 My Team Career Mode, because after this I'm not gonna have enough time to record a whole other season, so we're gonna be going straight into F1 22. But if you guys have watched up to this point, make sure you drop a like on the video, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you guys for the finale of this season next time. All right, guys, have a great day.